Good morning from Bangkok. This is where I slept last night. It's like a motel kind of hotel. And yeah, I'm way further outside of the city center than I thought. I looked it up on the map. To the city center it's walking maybe 20 kilometers. And now I looked, and the good thing is the harbor is on the way to the city center, so I can today walk to the harbor. And there's some hostels nearby. So I hope they are really open and really there. And yeah, then today my mission is then to get to these hostels, and then yeah, I can stay there, and 13 kilometers of walking is enough for one day, I think. And then I can maybe check out the harbor and look if I can ask there or something, and yeah, we'll see, and I will show you Bangkok on the way. So this is how the street looks like, where my hotel was back there, and yeah. This is the outskirts of Bangkok, and you know, on the one hand I think, damn, I'm in the outskirts, now I have to walk inside. And in my head I also think about how the hell am I gonna get out of the city again. But on the other hand, I get to experience, kind of forcefully, but then also I can enjoy it, a side of Bangkok most people never see, because they take taxis from the airport to the city center and then a bus to Chiang Rai or whatever, you know, like they never see that and they never walk it. So yeah, pretty interesting and pretty happy about that also. Again, big cities are always a little bit more dangerous, like pickpockets and stuff, you know. So the way I deal with it, you know, I'm with short pants here right now. So the pockets are really easy to reach in. Like my wallet sticks halfway out of it. My phone also would stick halfway out of it if I would put it in a pocket. So I have this little pouch here that I also showed you in the backpack video. So right now there's my wallet and my phone in this little pouch, and the pepper spray and headphones and a piece of paper. So yeah, this is a really good way to really give pickpockets no chance, because they're so good literally. You know, if you watch like documentaries about them, they are so skilled pickpockets. So this pouch makes it basically impossible, because every time they have to open a zipper, which they still can do and still can get away with it, but every time they have to do it, it makes the job more difficult for them. And every time you make the job more difficult for them, they will look for other victim, I think. So that's that. Right here it's like a really weird mix between really modern buildings like this one, and then over there like a, I don't know, kind of destroyed industrial site, I don't know, and some really old houses over there. It's a pretty interesting mix. And like there, look at the street, and then over there like a banana backyard, kind of wild, overgrown. Here's some kind of, I don't know, industrial sites. It's really interesting. Found a nice looking restaurant on the other side of the street, and even this two-lane street is pretty hard to cross. There's no traffic light as far as I can see, and cars coming all the time, motorbikes coming all the time. We'll see how this goes. So now I tried something that I never saw before. It's like a fish soup, and I think there's also rice inside. Looks pretty nice, and you know, this green stuff. Yeah, I will tell you how that tastes, and it's about $170. Oh my god, that fish soup was so good. It was so tender. and I really like rice and soups. I don't know why, but at home I also cook that stuff, so it was really nice to have found that again. But then one annoying thing when you travel alone is always finding toilets, and especially in the city, you know. And if you find a toilet, they're most of the time really tiny and disgusting, and then I somehow have to squeeze myself in there with my backpack, with my camera, somehow strap my camera on my back. Then oh, it's a pain. Then I have my money belt, you know, I have to get my money belt away so that I can do my business. It's really challenging sometimes, but if you look at it long term, it's nothing, you know. You won't even remember 2 hours after that struggle. So is it really a struggle? Kind of, yes, but on the other hand, you shouldn't really give it any importance to your life. If you want to know how crazy it is with the 7-Elevens, over there is one 7-Eleven. Over there is the next one. That's how crazy it is. And we are only in the outskirts. It's gonna get even crazier in the city center, I think. Right, the first fancy tall buildings start to pop up. Yeah, I'm really excited to come closer to the city center. I don't know if you can see the sweat on my face, but it's real. It's so hot here, it's unbelievable. Even though I'm in the shade and the sun is not really that much, there's like clouds and stuff. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy, and the air gets so thick. So I don't know, I never had that bad air in a Chinese city. If I would compare this to Chengdu, which would be fair population size wise, I would say Chengdu has far better air, because here are no electro scooters, in Chengdu are. Here are no of these sharing bicycles, in Chengdu are. I think those two make the difference, and also there are a lot of these old buses and old, very old trucks that have, you know, these black clouds of smoke coming out of their exhaust. And also that I didn't see that often in the biggest cities of China, so that's really surprising for me. Back at it again in the concrete jungle. Kind of excited, kind of, I already know in 1 or 2 days I'm gonna get so tired of this. But yeah, let's enjoy those 1 or 2 days until that time. Thank you 7-Eleven for having Toblerone. This is a famous Swiss chocolate, and this will first of all keep me going, and second of all remind me of the fresh Swiss mountain air. So this was just under $1, and I think that's fair for Swiss imported chocolate in this size. Swiss mountain air, come to me. If you think about it, it's kind of crazy. Since this is made in Switzerland, most likely the milk is going to come from Swiss cows. So right now I'm eating the milk of Swiss cows that grazed somewhere on the beautiful Switzerland meadows. So isn't that crazy? I can do that in Bangkok. Like, it's a great time to be alive. Also, when you're traveling like more the cheaper countries, you know, and these family shops everywhere, so many times they try to give you a higher price because you're a foreigner. If you don't know what something really costs, sometimes you think they give you a higher price, but instead it's just so high in this country, which is, you know, crazy. Sometimes potato chips are more expensive in Laos or in Thailand than in Germany. How crazy is that? Yeah, it's sometimes so nice to just go into a 7-Eleven or, you know, any kind of supermarket, and there's the price, it's a nice atmosphere, you know what you get, you know how much the thing is that you're buying, you have some kind of a choice between, you know, multiple items, and in family shops you don't have all of this, so this is really, yeah, really pleasant right now. Right now I came across the meteorological department, and it seems like it has to do something with Buddhism or something, but it's, I think, a whole building, like a ministry it seems. If any of you knows what that's all about, I'm really curious to know, because it's really interesting. So suddenly I'm like in the middle of a under the bridge, market, I don't know. There are food stands here, there are clothing shops here, everything. It's pretty interesting. Over there was also a small shack and a pool table inside. Most people are really happy to see me, really friendly, smiling a lot, like the Thai people do. Look at this. It's kind of overwhelming. One thing, Bangkok is really pedestrian unfriendly. So far I've not seen any, you know, traffic light for pedestrians, so you can safely walk across. All these people are waiting there and then running over, like, or I missed something, but it's really stressful as a pedestrian here. Okay, now this area is really interesting. This is basically the sidewalk. You walk through here, you have the stores here, you have the stands here, and there are a lot of interesting smells here and crazy sights. Wow. Okay, I have to say, for this kind of a city, the people are really chill here, surprisingly. They're not that stressed out like in many of these other big cities, you know. But still, there's more stress here and people hustling more. So I can already feel like I walk faster, I try to get places faster. I can feel the stress. I can kind of feel the stress of the people reflecting on me and making me more stressed out. So once again I realized the city is not really my environment, but still interesting to be here, and I guess you can learn a lot from every place. So far I've seen no park, no bench, except for maybe these three in the middle of the street now, but oh, I would love to have a nice park and chill for like 20 minutes. It's really exhausting today. By the amount of shipping containers going through here, you can really see we're getting really close to the harbor. So now we can take a look at the river. This is the river Chao Phraya or something like that. And it goes from the land all the way through Bangkok, like windy river, and then it goes all the way to the ocean, which is really close from here. And you can see there's one ship coming in, and there's the harbor over there. Pretty interesting. And also the river creates kind of a peninsula in there, because it goes like this around the peninsula. And it's really interesting. This peninsula has no high buildings. It's like jungle inside and small buildings, like huts. It's really interesting. And over there you can see the first tall skyscrapers from Bangkok. There is a container ship. Wow. Now that railway looks super interesting. I think it's abandoned, there's no train anymore, but still there's kind of houses on both sides. How cool is that? I think right there is no train going through, but I know that in Manila in the Philippines there's a train track where there are a lot of illegal houses on both sides, and every time a train goes through they have to put away all their shop. They have to basically stop what they are doing. Holy shit. It's really stressful here, there's hardly any path to go. Oh wow, now that is cool. It's like a whole house out of what seems like shipping containers. I think it's fake, but it looks so cool. Oh my god, and like this district, this small district I just found, it looks so cool. Oh, the sidewalks are so non-existent sometimes. It's really exhausting. Apart from the heat and the distance I have to walk and the traffic all the time and crossing the street again. And also crossing the street. Sometimes I still mess up with the wrong side of the street driving, you know. I look at this side but the cars come from this side. I have to be really careful that I not step on the street and look on this direction and then the car comes from this direction and I'm dead, you know. Really dangerous. But in terms of robbery or any, you know, criminal things like that, I feel pretty safe in Bangkok. No worries at all. It's more like the traffic and all the sidewalks that are dangerous. Wow, now look at this. I'm in a like a Woodworks area. So many carpenters here. Holy macaroni, can you see that animal over there? I don't know what that animal is. If someone knows what this weird animal is, please let me know. I'm dying to know that. Please write it in the comments. This looks really weird and like the water around it looks really disgusting. At the very first moment I spotted that thing, I thought I see this baby crocodile. But it's not a crocodile. It's not definitely not a crocodile, but you know, the shape of the body is kind of similar. So that was my first thing. I was like, what the hell? A crocodile? But now, yeah, it's some other interesting, weird kind of animal. Wow, now so a bit further down there suddenly are some huts on poles. And as you can see, they're like, here's the street and the city and there's like a bridge and the highway. And then there's like a, I don't know, disgusting looking pond. And then there are houses. This is kind of horrible to live there and interesting to live there at the same time. Wow, so many interesting things I discover here on this pretty tough journey, but I'm really glad that I'm doing it because otherwise I would have never found these things. Alright, I'm kind of entering like the outer center of Bangkok. Finally, I'm getting closer to hostels. This day has been so exhausting, you can't believe it. Alright, this is the street. At the end of that street, the first hostel is there. 13 kilometers, it has been a struggle. But yeah, I really like this area, so I would love to stay here. But I will check out the hostel and the prices and see if I want to stay here. Thank you! Okay, so that hostel, they wanted $15 for a dorm room without breakfast. Like what? They're so like outside of Bangkok and they still have these insane prices. And you know, I even tried to bargain and stuff. Like what? I thought Bangkok was really cheap. And luckily now I got internet from the hostel and looked on Hostel World and I found a hostel for like maybe $7. And yeah, they have breakfast and they also look like a really modern and clean hostel. But it means like another 2.5 kilometers of walking. But for that price difference, I'm gonna do it. Finally, I found a pretty nice hostel for $8 and breakfast is included. I'm really excited. Alright, so this is my hostel and this is the area we are in. It's like a dead end and it's really cool because it's not that loud and not that stressful. And we are surrounded by pretty high buildings, it's pretty cool. And now we'll go out for one last meal for today, but then I'm really tired and today was really exhausting and then I will go to sleep probably. Wow, suddenly everything is like posh and only like more expensive restaurants and no real street food anymore, at least where I am right now. So I am walking a little bit, maybe I can find some nice cheap street food. So I found something nice. This is like the most local restaurant I could find in this area. And this is the chicken musaman curry with rice and it looks amazing. I was looking for curries all the time here in Thailand and yeah, now we're gonna enjoy that. And look at this. You can even get a chicken feet soup here, like it's on the menu. It's 80, it's about yeah, just the same as I pay for those two. It's about $2.50 US or something like that. So yeah, that's the cheapest and I think also the nicest I could find here. Oh my god, this curry is so good, it's unbelievable. I bet it's with coconut milk and oh, it's perfect. Oh my god, I'm so glad I found this place. Oh my god, incredible food. Yeah, I really wonder if the whole of the center of Bangkok is this posh, because I didn't expect that. Or maybe if I'm just in a district that's like more posh. But yeah, I guess I will figure that out over the next days. So yeah, see you in the next one. I hope you are doing great. And yeah, that's it for today. I'm really tired and yeah, good night.